welcome, welcome. We're having a little cookie here while we're talking about, we're going to talk about food, and we thought we'd bring some cookies out to you. Linda Masters is here from the Baxter Bulletin. Do you have the food section? Is that what,
yes,
what do you call it?
I'm the food editor.
Food editor,
Food
okay.
editor.
Make sure that we got that right.
Yeah.
And what better time to be making goodies is during the holiday season, Christmas and New Year's.
You know, Christmas is about the birth of Christ. It's about children, and then in my book, it's about food.
It's about eating.
It's about eating.
It's about a lot of desserts.
Yes.
A lot
Let's
of
be
desserts.
honest.
Yeah.
Christmas is about sugar.
Yes. Yes, sugar.
Sugar. Sugar. It's got to have sugar.
And you asked me if I brought healthy treats, and you know, at Christmas I just kind of
why bother?
Throw that out the
you just
window.
have to let that go.
You know, honestly.
you have to moderate how much you intake.
Well,
but you have to forget the.
I do sample things, but I don't gorge out on things.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good.
But fudge is a hot holiday treat,
Fudge.
right?
Fudge is, and I can tell you right off the top of my head, my favorite fudge recipe. It only has 4 ingredients, and nobody can screw it up.
Okay.
Well, let's write that down.
Okay.
folks.
Write that down. It's a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk.
Okay.
Make sure it's the sweetened condensed, not evaporated. 3 cups of chocolate chips. You put those 2
3
together.
cups, man. How many people are you going to feed?
3 cups. Well, it makes like 32 squares.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
3 cups of chocolate chips. You put that with the sweetened condensed milk, and you microwave it on high for 2 minutes. You pull it out. You stir it so that it all becomes smooth. You put in 1 tablespoon of vanilla and 1/4 of a cup of confectioner's sugar. Pour it in an 8x8 pan. Put it in the fridge and let it harden. And then take
That's
it out and
fudge?
cut it. And it's fudge. It's,
Oh, really?
It's called 2-minute velvet fudge, and it is smooth and
I
creamy.
thought all fudge you had to boil down. And
No, this is fudge for dummies.
okay.
Fudge for dummies.
Fudge for
That
dummies.
was a 1/4 cup of sugar.
Confectioner's
Okay,
sugar.
1/4 cup of sugar and a teaspoon
a
of vanilla.
tablespoon.
Oh,
A tablespoon of vanilla.
I can write that down.
1 can of sweetened condensed
can do
milk.
that.
They're all 14-ounce cans.
Sweetened
and
condensed
3
milk.
cups of chocolate chips. And you can personalize it by interchanging those chocolate chips. My husband's if you're
Like a white chocolate
well, if
chip
you've ever
kind
been to Illinois, you know about Marshall Field's Frango mints.
Oh,
Yeah, and a lot of people that haven't been to Illinois know about them. I usually take 2 cups of the semi-sweet chocolate chips and a cup of the Andes mint chips, and then it makes it almost makes an exact replica of the
wow.
Frango mints. Fabulous. You know, you
Easy
can do it with
breezy
butterscotch.
fudge.
You can do it with peanut butter. You can do it any kind of chips you want.
I'm calling it easy breezy fudge.
Easy breezy fudge.
Easy breezy fudge.
Easy peasy fudge.
Now,
Right.
peasy.
now, cookies are a big treat for this
Cookies
time of
are.
year.
And the Bulletin is running an online exclusive called the 12 Days of Christmas. If you visit BaxterBulletin.com, each day between the 11th and the 21st, there will be a different cookie recipe with a photo. So you can check back every day and get lots of recipes, or just choose the one you like and make those.
What's your favorite cookie?
Oh, dear. Well,
I mean, if you had
it
a platter of cookies, which would you go for?
I think I would go for a cranberry, white chocolate, macadamia nut.
Whoa, you can tell she's a food person. Most people are like,
And that recipe is coming up.
Coming up.
Yeah,
Good,
it's
good.
coming
cranberry
up.
macadamia white chocolate
chip.
cookie.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Yeah.
does sound good.
Yeah, and we've had today on the 14th we had cherry cordial brownie bites, where you made a little individual brownie cup and then put a Hershey cherry cordial kiss after it comes out of the oven, and some mint chocolate chip cookies coming up, and just a
All
lot
kinds
of
of.
them.
Then your classic Christmas cookie, you know, your sugar cookies
Sugar.
stamped into,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
cut into whatever. And let's see, what eggnog?
Eggnog.
Okay,
Eggnog.
I have a phenomenal eggnog recipe. Off the top of my head, but I have Alton Brown's eggnog
Oh,
recipe from the Alton
yes,
Brown show.
yes.
I made it last year. I was telling everybody on the show I made leaded and unleaded eggnog because the Doziers, that's the
Yes.
they don't drink. Well, my leaded eggnog disappeared. I don't know who got into it, but the leaded eggnog went first. So anyway, but it was super easy. I thought eggnog was something you had to cook and just.
Yeah, no, it's
oh
pretty
no,
easy.
yeah, I would
It's
just pour
pretty
some stuff
easy.
together and froth it up. It was
Yeah.
delicious.
And another thing we did at the Bulletin in our every other month magazine, Living Well, we had called The Right Wine, And our editor talked with Margie Rowlands out at Ramondo Winery, and she suggested a number of wines and how to pair them up with your holiday food. And we did a photo in here with a crown roast, and we had tons of readers that called and said, I love the wine article, but I want to know how to make that roast.
Oh, really?
So on the 14th on our food page, we featured roasts for your holiday dinner. And there's the great recipe for the crown roast and a recipe for a standing rib. And then there's a couple of quick little tips on how to enjoy that if you don't want to spend $30 or $40 for a roast, or if you're not having a ton of people to your house, you can do it with a different cut of meat and still have the same flavor.
Good.
Well, that actually is difficult to cook for a smaller crowd, because most of your classic holiday dishes make enough to feed 20 people.
Well, and I just made cookies this morning, the Santa whiskers that are going to be on the website on the 15th, and it made 8 dozen. You know, who needs 8 dozen cookies?
Okay. Yeah.
So, and then on the 21st in our food section, we have a feature now we do once a month called From the Staff, and it's recipes from people that work at the Bulletin. And on the 15th or on the 21st, we're going to be featuring my recipes for Christmas morning breads. We have a tradition in my family that my mother started, and she on Christmas Eve goes around and delivers freshly made sticky buns to friends and relatives.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pass that recipe on, and a couple of others, German Stollen, and lots of really good food.
Well, those are always nice, because Christmas morning, especially if you're the cook, you basically just want something like, here's your coffee, here's your rolls, and I'm already busy in the kitchen, and that's always. And Christmas casseroles, those overnight ones with the sausage and egg, and you just bake it the next morning.
Something that you can just stick in the oven or warm up in the microwave and make it as easy as possible.
Now, the Living Well magazine, is it inserted in the paper, or do you get
No,
this
it's not
separately?
inserted in the paper,
You can
but
pick up around
you can
town.
pick it up around in the area. It's in doctors' offices, in dentists' office, and eye doctors, and we always have them on the counter at the Bulletin. So if you want one, you just come in the Bulletin. They're free. They're free everywhere.
And this is the November-December issue?
This is the November-December issue.
Okay, it's full of great things. If you're looking for some ideas, that might be a great resource to go.
Yes, good resource for food, and in this case for wine, information about wine.
Personal question: how many pounds are you going to gain this holiday season?
Well, I still have
to her.
I still have to get 2 off that I gained at Thanksgiving. So I'm working on that. So I'm kind of refraining from.
You might want to postpone that till after the first of the year.
You know, I figured that somewhere I heard that the average person gains 6 to 8 pounds between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, I gained 5 last year. First time I ever really had done that. But I gained 5.
And I gained 3, so I thought I just need to keep working on getting those other 2 off, so that'll keep me from gaining the other 6 or 8.
I think why we gained is because we're bombarded with so much change.
Oh, we are. We are. And you know, everywhere you go, there's a plate of goodies.
And you're
going to Christmas parties all the time.
Yeah, that's
and I did hear a really good tip about going to a Christmas party. They said, right before you go to the party, drink 2 8-ounce glasses of water.
You know why? It'll fill you up. You won't eat as much.
It fills your stomach up, and then if you want to taste the hors d'oeuvres or taste the cookies, you'll do that rather than eating 6 or 8 cookies and a whole plate.
Well, some people eat a light meal, like a light, healthy meal, even before they go, because they don't. You walk in ravenous, and especially...
And everything looks good.
And you eat it quickly, because it's all in bite-sized little appetizer things, and before you know it, you've exactly. You've just thrown it back, and it's like, oh, dear.
And 2 or 3 Christmas parties, and you gain those 6 or 8
Another
pounds.
thing I read last year is the average cook making a holiday meal consumes 1,800 calories while she cooks. From tasting while she cooks. And I thought,
I can believe that.
1,800 calories.
I can believe that.
Because you make
sample,
sure it's got enough salt or enough whatever.
Now the articles are running till New Year's, is that right, or till the Christmas holiday?
Until the Christmas holiday.
Okay.
And you can always come into the Bulletin and get a back issue if you want one.
Right.
And they stay on the website for 7 days. You can access.
Will the recipes stay on that long so they can keep coming
The
back?
recipes would stay on that long if you did a search for crown roast of
Now,
pork.
they will stay on longer if you have a subscription, is that right? Or
After 7 days, you have to
After-
pay to see
okay.
there's a charge to see this, the information.
get them
past
quickly, get them
information.
now, and then go
Get
buy
'em
and get
down.
the free issues in different areas.
If you want something, email me at the bulletin. I send out recipes all the time. I have people call and say, I want to make Dr. Cogburn's tomato pie that you had in 2003.
And you have reference on that. Yeah.
No, I've got that recipe.
Yeah.
I've got that one saved, and I send it out a lot.
Well, enjoy your holiday season, Linda.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being here.
you for having me.
I always love you having to come here. And
I'll come back after the new year, and we'll talk about food trends.
Food trends. We
Yes.
did that last
probably
year.
diet food.
Diet
No,
How to
last
get
year
in
the
shape.
big food was sweet potato.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes,
the year
and the year
before that was bacon.
bacon.
Remember that?
Bacon,
Remember
yeah.
that?
Bacon
But
bite.
you know, the next segment is a great way to lose weight. And we're going to be talking
it's
to
the Zumba ladies.
John and the Zumba guys
Yes.
and the girls. Here, we're going to be doing a little demonstration. If you want to
Good.
join in.
I need to stay and
Dan
watch.
made Zumba
I need to
himself
stay
just a
and
little
watch.
bit.
Yeah. We'll be doing that segment about Zumba in just a couple minutes. Stay with us.